HighRise is a cloud-based system that we use to organize contacts, and it's also used to track potential clients and events. US Property and Grand Man's both use HighRise, so this video is here to help everybody use it correctly so that it's easy to find information when you need to find it. First of all, when you log in, you will see here on the left side that we've got about over 11,000 contacts in this database. A little area called tasks, which is just an assignment that can be assigned to yourself or someone else can assign to you, and then deals, and we will go through all of those here in a little bit. First of all, we're going to go through how to correctly add a contact. Just by looking at this might look like the right place to do it. However, it is not. If you have a new contact that you need to put into the system, first check the database. If we just start adding contacts without checking, then we get duplicates, and then it just makes it really hard to find the correct information if we've got multiple entries for the same person. The same thing goes for when you need to enter a company. Always check for the company first as well, because that company might already be in our system, and then you can just add that person to the company. So we are going to add Big Bird to our company, or to our database. So first we're going to check to see if Big Bird is already in here. He is not. Second of all, we are going to check Sesame Street. Oh, we've got Sesame Street Live. Click on Sesame Street Live. You can see that there are already 2 people in this company. So you can also add another person right here to this company. However, for the sake of a learning experience, we are just going to add Big Bird as his own person. So right here is where we need to add a new person. We are not going to use this button over here. This is pretty self-explanatory. Fill out all the information. Under company, you start typing. And then if you have one that's similar, it will pop up right here. If I was to just type Sesame Street and use this, it would then create an additional company that's just Sesame Street. So we would then have 2 companies that should be one. So please just make sure that you double check that you are looking for the company if it's already in there. If not, then feel free to add it. So we will use this for the Sesame Street Live. We are going to enter a phone number. And we are going to enter Big Bird's email address. And if you scroll down, there is a box at the bottom that says background information. Do not enter anything in this box because this box is not searchable. And I will go over that here in a minute. So this is now our contact for Big Bird. This is his company. We've got information over here. And this is where this background box went. Meaning that this is not searchable is that over here on the left, we've got a section that says search notes. If for some reason you can't remember somebody's name, you can't remember the company they were with, any other details, if you put a detailed note into this box here, and you remember maybe, something about it that you would have entered, you can search these notes, and then anything with that word or phrase would come up, so you would be able to see it. So I'll give you an example of that here in a second. But right here, whenever you create a contact, if you are the person that added the contact, always add a note about why they were entered. That way we know who added that contact and the purpose for it. So now we're just going to say that Big Bird called about an event in Grand Hall. So now we know why Big Bird's in our system, because he's inquiring about something in Grand Hall. So we're going to add this note. So now Big Bird is here. Now let's go back over to Sesame Street Live, our company. And you can see that there are now 3 people, and then the notes pop up here. So these are the notes put under those people. So 3 people, all of these people are within this company. So this is how it should be organized. I'm going to show you an example of a problem that was entered. We have someone named Teresa Elliott. As you can see right here, we've got pretty much looks like the same person, except both of the names are spelled incorrectly. So if you run across something like this, please take a few minutes to figure out which one is the correct one, and then I will also show you how to merge them. So we're just going to click into the first one. Okay, so she's got a title, she's got a company here, all of her information is over here. So this looks like it might be the correct entry because of the phone number, the website, all of that information. Here's a note that was made that she was called about tailgating. So even though it might have been related to two different events as to why she was open or why she was entered, the note section is just nice to refer to any communications in dealing with this person. So now let's check the other Teresa Elliott. And this maybe doesn't look like it's the right entry. I mean, there's not as much information over here. There's no note, so we don't even know who added this in here. Not only that, the company is not the same as the other Teresa's company. The other Teresa said Cornhusker Bank, and this says Cornhusker State Bank. So we're going to click on this and see what happens. Okay, Cornhusker Bank is a pretty decent sized bank, and you would think that there would be more information and more company. So the chances are that when the incorrect Teresa Elliott was added to the system, this incorrect company name was also added because she is the only person under here. So we are going to go back to the other Teresa Elliott, Cornhusker Bank. See how those are different? Let's just take a look in this one. This one has 23 people. So we do have, this is pretty good indication that this is the correct entry. Now you can merge contacts, which I will show you. So you need to choose the contact that is going to be the loser. So the contact that will no longer exist, and that's going to be this one. So when you get to the contact, go and edit this person. Is this a duplicate? Yes. Merge this person. Okay, so you've selected the loser of the merge. Next you want to choose the winner. Okay, and here she is. So we're going to select that one. We're going to merge these people. And now they've all been put into the same one. So we can check. They both popped up right now because this is a cloud-based system, and sometimes when you delete or merge, the system can take about 5 minutes or so to actually update the information. So if you did merge and this is showing up like this, just give it a few minutes and then it will probably just be gone after a little bit. But as you can see now, all of this information is the same. If for some reason you do see some information over here in the background, remember that that's not searchable. Take a second, grab that information, go ahead and post it, and add that note. Because now if we need to search for Grand Hall, we can search our notes and it's going to show up here in Grand Hall because it won't show up over here in the background. Now if you need to delete an entry, we can do that as well. So we're going to come in here and delete Cornhusker State Bank. You can see Teresa was deleted or merged because there's no longer anybody assigned to this. So we're going to go into edit this company. And maybe if you did not create the company, you may not be able to delete it, which is another example of why you need to enter in the notes that you created that contact. So if something like this comes up, you can have it deleted. So now we're going to have to find whoever created this because they're the only person that is going to be able to delete it. So we will just leave it and hit cancel. And we'll just go through the search notes real quick. Let's say we want to find someone with a catering. So maybe that was entered their notes. So now it's going to give us all these results. You can see catering is in the subject lines. Catering. Catering is in the note, so it's a really good way to find something quickly if you were unsure about who they were, their name, or anything along those lines. Now we are going to skip over to deals. And deals is a really good way to track financially how much we are kind of waiting on to hear back. There's three sections in the deals. The first one is pending deals, and you can see as of right now we've got 26 deals pending. If you scroll down a little bit, we've got deals that we won, and those are, people that decided to have their wedding, or deals that we won, deals that we lost, people that maybe went elsewhere, etc., etc. So the proper way to enter something in for events is to use this format right here. First of all, you put in the date, you put the last name of the contact or the event, and then you put the room that it's going to be in. So this one is in Grand Hall. So we'll click into here real quick just so we can just take a look at it. So you can see that $1,000 is what this was estimated to be. Lisa Peterson is the one who created this deal. If, let's say, Lisa had created the deal but wants to put Ashley responsible for it, you can do that as well. And I will show you how to do that. Also here you can add tasks and assign those to people as well. And then here's Emily Manti. So she is the one that's involved. So if we click on Emily, she has been added as a contact, and now you've got her information in here. Her deal is also under here. So we will go back to deals. And let's add a new deal. So this deal is going to be, so there's our date. It's going to be with Big Bird, and it's going to be in Grand Hall. Oops, sorry. Person first, Big Bird. Okay, name the deal. So 12/31 Bird, Grand Hall. Okay, so Sesame Street party in Grand Hall for New Year's Eve. Okay, so let's say it's going to be about $1,500. Category is very important. For events, these are all of your categories. Your corporate events, lodging, Midwest Intermodal does not apply to you. Nonprofit, parties, tailgate, and wedding. So those are your categories to choose them from. If it's one that you're not really sure about, if it's a birthday party or maybe a bridal shower, anything like that, it might likely go into the parties category. If you have questions about which one it should be in, please just ask somebody so that it's entered in the correct way. So here we are going to choose parties. I'm responsible for the deal. Here, if I wanted to hand this off, I could click on Ashley, or I could click on Megan, or I could click on Lisa, to then have them responsible for this deal. So I'm going to add this deal. So now we've got all of our information. Same thing goes here, even though we put this in the background info, go ahead and put that over here into the notes, just so we can see. So this is just a good way to kind of see everything that's going on. If you need to follow up with somebody, it's really easy to assign a task to yourself. So we'll go in and do that. Add a new task. So we're in a follow-up call. You can set it for today, next week, later. Let's say I want to do it next Tuesday. Who's responsible? Either I can do it, or I could say Ashley's responsible. We're going to choose a category. Let's just say follow-up. Add this task. So now Ashley has received a notification that she has a new task that she has to do. She's got to call Big Bird next Tuesday regarding this party in the Grand Hall. that is basically the overview of HighRise. If you have any questions, please ask somebody. If you find duplicate entries inside of HighRise, please just take a minute to merge the entries. And we will all be much happier users of HighRise. Thanks.